All right, and away we go. What's going on, Washington fans? Hope you all are having a great day. Thank you for joining me. Let's get to today's episode. Today, I actually realized yesterday, as the Chargers were, reporting for their rookies were reporting for training camp, I realized something. We're going to talk about that today. What I realized, it could be a big problem for 30 of the 32 teams in the NFL. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button on the road to 2,000. I cannot do it without you, okay? And then hit that notification bell as well. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. So Trey Amos, as you all know, was selected at pick 61 in the second round of the 2025 NFL Draft. What's been going on league-wide has been a problem. So let me get this to you. So like I said, the Chargers started, the rookies reported for training camp yesterday. And Adam Schefter reported yesterday that 30 of the 32 second-round picks taken in the 2025 NFL Draft have not signed their contracts yet, including our guy Trey Amos. And if Trey Amos was signed, I wouldn't be talking about it. It's not a problem, but this is a problem. Here's a few things you need to know. Texans and Browns started it all. The Texans and Browns are the people that started it all. Their guys didn't sign, and they're the ones who started this. So blame them if you're going to blame somebody. Second thing, Trey Harris held out yesterday of Chargers rookie camp because he is the Chargers second round pick, and he held out. He has not signed. My thing with this is Trey Amos can't be missing the first day of training camp. If he's not there on July 18th, if Trey Amos hasn't had a deal done yet on July 18th, this is a big problem. It's a distraction, and you need Trey Amos to learn everything he can because there's going to be a learning curve for Trey Amos. He has to learn everything he can. He has to get tutelage from these coaches. If he's going to hold out, that's going to be a big problem. This is a league-wide problem, though. So it isn't just Trey Amos. This is a league-wide problem. 30 of the 32 teams have their second-round rookies not signed to a contract. This isn't a Commanders problem. It's an NFL problem. So this is the NFL's problem as of now. It's not really the Commanders' problem. Now, if everybody else signs and Trey Amos doesn't sign, that's when it becomes a problem. But it really isn't a problem for the Commanders. It's an NFL-wide problem. This is something we haven't seen for a long time, probably a decade. I think 2012, 2011 was the last time when the, I forget, but one of those few teams had their players hold out. That was the last time. So, I just don't want any excuses for Trey Amos. Day one, I want him to get all the experience possible. I don't want him missing July 18th. Even though July 18th, it's not going to be a day where they go on the field. You're going to get introduced to everything and everybody. But I don't want any excuses, or distractions for Trey Amos. I want him to get in here day one and be able to work. Okay? So that's my thing. This is a new thing. If everybody holds out, Trey Amos will hold out. If every other player in the second round will hold out, Trey Amos will hold out, and that's what he's going to do. These guys are standing up for themselves as of lately. They've started to do that. Because if you go back 5 years ago, players just sign their contract and don't even think about it. They just sign the contract, right? These players are holding up for themselves now. They're standing up for themselves right now. And they're doing a holdout. And you guys got to remember that these players aren't signed yet. They're not a part of the NFL. And that's the scary thing. They're not, like Terry McLaurin is on the Washington Commanders. He still has a contract. But these guys don't have contracts yet. These 30 of the 32 teams, or 30 of the 32 players that aren't signed in the second round, they have contracts. Or they don't have contracts. Sorry. They're not a part of a team. That's the scary thing. This has me more worried than the Terry situation because Trey Amos is not on a team and because, listen, if every other player in the second round, besides two, so if 28 other players are going to hold up for themselves, stand up for themselves, that means Trey Amos is going to do that. Unless he wants to say, okay, I need this. I need to go to training camp with my teammate. With my teammates. I don't want it to be a distraction. Unless he says that, he's going to hold out with the rest of the league, and that's the scary problem. So this could be a big problem for the NFL. It starts with the NFL, but it also could be a big problem for the Commanders. So these guys are standing up. The most important thing to remember is these guys are standing up together. This could be a problem if these guys don't get signed. Now, if one gets signed, then the other's going to get signed. Then it's going to start happening. But we have to have that happen. If no one signs in the next few days, this could be a big problem, especially for our guy Trey Amos. Because if Trey Amos was a second-round pick like Ben Sinnott last year, he didn't mean anything. Like, yes, you want him signed, but he didn't mean anything. Trey Amos, this means something this year. He's a starter already. He looks like a dog. I'm sure you guys have heard it. So I'll just give you some of the names that haven't signed. Nick Scorton, Femi Oladejo, Benjamin Morrison, Anthony Belton, Trey Harris, Ozzie Trapilo, Tate Ratledge, Jack Beck, Mike Green, RJ Harvey, and Trey Amos, and Shamar Turner. Those are some of the names. Those aren't even all of the names that haven't signed yet. The top of the list is pick number 35, Nick Emanwari, and then Quinshon Judkins. They haven't signed either. So this could be a big problem for the league. They got to figure it out, okay? So I believe that normally the NFL figures this stuff out. We got to figure something out. This isn't... I'm just going to trust my GM. There's been some talk like people don't have trust in Adam Peters because he hasn't signed Terry yet and stuff. I've trusted Adam Peters. Listen, get me to the day before training camp and then ask me what's my confidence level on Terry McLaurin getting signed. Right now, or extended, sorry. Right now, I have full confidence. I have full confidence in this deal that I'm talking about right now. I think Trey Amos is going to sign the contract. I think Adam Peters is going to come to his senses and realize that we need Trey Amos, and I guess they just want, bigger money, more money. So I think that's the problem here. They're to stand still in their contracts. The 30 of the 32 guys are to stand still in their contracts, and they can't figure something out. But Adam Schefter reported about it yesterday, and he sounded worried. I think the NFL should be worried about this. I just don't know. I don't really have confidence in the NFL getting this done. We are like it would be one thing if this was a month ago, but this isn't a month ago. It's one thing if it's mandatory minicamp, but it's not mandatory minicamp anymore, and this is real. I just wanted to note there is 2 first-round picks that aren't even signed to a contract yet. Obviously, as we know, Shamar Stewart, the Bengals deal, he's not signed yet. But the other one that I didn't know about that I found out yesterday was Jahdae Barron for the Broncos, cornerback. So teams have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of things to get done. But if we can just square this Trey Amos thing down and get him signed, great. And then get Terry extended to the money that he deserves, and I think we'll be good, right? I think that is perfect, and then we can kind of just focus on the season. This is kind of the first off season without any distractions for me, right? There's been past off seasons with big distractions, or we sucked, or we're trying to change the name, or we're trying to change the uniforms. Or we're getting a mascot, or that's not really a big distraction, but there's been off seasons with distractions, and we're trying to change a head coach. We're trying to add more like players, trades, anything. And see, the thing is, this is the first off season without any distractions, and this is also the first off season of my life that we have Super Bowl aspirations this year. I have Super Bowl hopes for this team this year. I just haven't seen this team go back to back and win like 10 plus games 2 years in a row. I haven't seen it, so I got to see it. I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid until I see it. But I do trust Adam Peters, our GM. I think he's going to get this done and squared away. But I just wanted to bring this problem to you guys that the Commanders may have. Trey Amos is a starter in this league. That's what we think. Trey Amos is a guy that has balled out this offseason. You cannot leave him in the dust. You cannot have him missing any camp. You can't have him missing any training camp or preseason games. You can't have him missing any joint practices. This is a bigger deal than you think, okay? So with that being said, I trust Adam Peters. I hope that he gets it done, but we might have a big problem. The NFL has a problem. This could be a big hole that the NFL could fall in if these guys don't start signing yet. And I think Roger Goodell is going to hope that they're just going to sign, but the NFL has a problem, and it's going to turn over as a Commander problem right now because we don't have our second-round pick, Trey Amos. But the Chargers, they started their rookies reported yesterday because they have the Hall of Fame game on July 31st. They don't have Trey Harris there. So they have a big problem as well. Everybody's having a problem right now with their second-round picks. I wanted to bring that to you. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. As you know, we do 5 days a week, and sometimes Saturdays and Sundays. I'm here today to bring you the Trey Amos news. That's going to do it for me. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Take care, and peace.